defined behind my tribulations. Started with nothing, no bluffing, here go the demonstration. I pray that jealousy and greed don't dwell in my seed. Funny how people be similar but be different breeds. Long as you standing on business, how can they intervene? Trying to do something I know that my people never seen. My ambition on a mission, so I let it lead. Some shit don't need to be mended, it's best to let it breathe. Funny, my life can make the next man sick, but as a man it make me proud that I can say I built this brick by brick.
I did it brick by brick.
Yeah.
On everything I love, man, I stand on
Nigga,
it.
brick by brick.
I did it brick by brick. I told you did it brick by brick.
There
Brick
go.
by brick.
Man, it's your boy Dion, man, and we back once again on the Brick by Brick podcast. And today, we got another special episode, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. It seems like they get me back to back to back. You feel me? I feel like Drizzy, man. We going back to back with them. You feel me? And today we got Cincinnati royalty, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. When I went into his discography, it shows me where I was in that time, you feel me, and show me, you know what I mean, where I needed to pick up and everything, man. It's one of the hardest working guys coming out of the Midwest. I ain't gonna just say the Cincinnati, the Midwest period, man, and he global, you feel me? Y'all give a warm welcome. And before that, man, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe to the podcast, man. But y'all give a warm welcome for my special guest, Santino Corleon. Man, what's up with you, brother? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's a crazy introduction, man. I'm humbled. Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man. What's up with you, dog, man?
Hey, Mo, man. Thanks for having me, man.
Hell yeah, man. And I appreciate you for coming on, for one. And two, what got me interested in your background and everything, man, is I follow you on social media and everything. And I do like a lot of your takes as far as like the music industry, political wise, like just personal wise, and it seems like you one of those artists who like put it all out there. I ain't hiding nothing. You feel me? So
I am an artist. I am me. So like, it's nothing. There's no gimmicks involved with this. Like,
word.
Santino is my real name. Like,
okay.
So,
and we was that. Okay, then. That's what's up.
I'm like, yo, it is what it is. You get what you get. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
I've been like that before. I was an artist, so it only made sense to transfer over into being an artist as well. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. So speaking of social media and everything, like I want to kick it right off with one of your social media posts and everything. I enjoyed it, to me, you feel me, because it gives insight to where you've been as an artist, as a person, you feel me,
right,
and all the ups and downs. So I'm gonna start it out with this post. You said, despite the accomplishments, despite me living my childhood dreams, at times I feel like I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
You feel me? You guys only get to see the things that end up working out in my favor. What you don't see is the shit I put a lot of work into, only for nothing to come from it in return. Yeah. For example, like the sinks and everything. Like, talk about your insight on that, man.
All right, so for instance, this year, our plan going into 2025 was to drop a record every month.
Mm-hmm.
So I've done that. I've dropped since January. I've had a record come out every month, and usually when we release those get picked up for a TV show, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And and this is just keeping it real. Out of what were you, month 6?
Yeah,
I think I just dropped.
Well, 7 now.
Yeah, 7. I just had 7 come out last couple weeks ago. I've had 0 placements from any of those records. Now, that's not to say that I won't get any placements from those records.
Yeah.
Because I can get an email tomorrow and they're like, hey, ESPN picked up this song and it's a song that I dropped 3 years ago.
Right.
So it's not to say that they won't get any placements. It's just 7 songs in, 7 months into the year, and I have no placements with any of those records. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But if tomorrow, whatever picks up one of those records, and then I make a post, hey, I'm on this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what they see. They don't see the
7 month wait. Like, you feel me?
7 months wait sitting here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and it's crazy because a lot of people don't see that as fans and as people just watching our people shine and everything. They think like it happened like this.
Nah, for sure.
And they don't realize that you put that, well, you worked on that song in the first of the month. I mean, on the first of the year, and now you just now getting placed in.
For sure.
Yeah, That's a interesting insight. I like that because a lot of people be thinking that this shit come overnight, and coming from an artist who's been signed and everything, who been putting the work in, letting y'all know how this shit go. I think y'all should take like some type of insight from that. For real.
But on the positive side of that, I have a record that I did specifically. So sometime last year, the label's like, hey, we got this video game company, Konami, which they did Contra and a bunch of classic video games. They're doing a Major League Baseball game, a mobile game, and they wanted me to write the title screen song for it. So they send me a bunch of my label sends me a bunch of beats, and then the video game company sends me a memo, and it's like, hey, this is kind of what we want.
Yeah,
this is what we want you to say. Bullet points. You know what I'm saying? So I write probably 6 or 7 demos for that. They wound up picking one. Now that's the mobile. Like when you go on the mobile game, that's the first thing you hear. But they also use it for a commercial. I did this I think we dropped that record last September. You know what I'm saying? It's still on a commercial now. Like I just got a message the other day and somebody was like, hey, I was just watching ESPN and randomly heard you come on a commercial. Like, so the positive side of that is you'll have a record that does get picked up and you're getting paid for it months and months and months down the line after you've dropped it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
no, that's some good insight for real, for real.
Sure.
And that's something y'all can look forward to, like, because a lot of people think that it's only one way to get into the music industry and everything. Like, knowing that's something that they can look into for real, for real.
Heck yeah.
And I'm gonna make a little transition, kick into the interview. Your name, Santino Corleon. Before you told me your real name is Santino Corleon, I was thinking of the character. You feel me? Right. And one of my questions was like, shit, since that's your name, like, is you a crash out? You feel me? Because
Corleon is not my last name. That's my stage name, but Santino is my real name. Like, my mother got the name from The Godfather, which came out in 1971.
Yeah.
I was born in 1981, so she was 16 years old when she seen the movie, and she said, she thought James Caan, the character who played Santino, was Sonny in the movie. She's like, I thought he was cute, so I was like, I'm gonna name my first son Santino. So I always say, dude, I was Santino 10 years before I was even born.
Type shit.
I don't even know what I would be if I wasn't a Santino. So when I started rapping, a homie in Staten Island at the time, I was like, yo, I need a rap name, and he's like, dude, your name comes from a monster movie.
Yeah, word.
I'm like, but I'm not like a gangster rapper like that. He's like, nah, bro, that's your name. Like, you gotta roll with that. So
that is crazy, though. That is crazy.
Ever since then, I rolled with it.
Because I was gonna ask, like, why that character?
Speaking of crash out, I've had my, I think I'm more crazier in my endeavors. When I was younger, I might have been a crash out, but I'm more spontaneous and I don't have fear of, I feel like everyday person's fear, like, do that. Like, I'm gonna take the risk and I'm gonna take the chance. And that's what got me here. You know what I'm saying?
Word. You ever felt like you was living the life of that character at one point?
I hope not, because he dies in a toll booth.
Well, I ain't talking about that part. Yeah. I ain't talking about that part for sure.
My mom about it growing up. I'm like, why would you name me after somebody that's shot in a fucking toll booth?
Yeah.
Every time I go through a toll booth, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? But
word.
Then she's like, at one point, in the beginning, when I really first started doing it, she's like, well, why you gotta go with that name? You fucking name me that. Like, what do you mean? What I'm supposed to Carl? Like, my rap name's supposed to be Carl now? Like,
man.
Yeah.
But nah, though, talk about like, your ups and downs, not your ups and downs, but talk about having control of over your emotions in the music industry when you think certain shit should go this way when it's going this way.
Shit, I mean, I can give you a good story. Around 2021, a little bit after I signed my deal, the person who was managing me at the time, he is telling me, you need to get to LA. So my label's based out in LA.
Yeah.
So when I signed, he's like, you need to be out here. They want you out here. Whoop-de-wop. So I'm married. My wife's like, you got to go. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I find a spot in LA. I moved to LA, but I'm coming back and forth every few weeks. You know what I'm saying? At a time. But at the time, he's like, you need to get there. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I make a bunch of things happen to get there. Then the first thing, when I get there, he's like, hey, I let them know that you was coming out here anyway. They kind of thought you were coming out here because of them. That's what he said, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole reason I'm coming here. You know what I'm saying? So, in my mind, I'm like, all right, now it's time to play chess. Because I'm not gonna fly off at the handle. What the fuck you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, you told me they wanted me here. Because now I'm trying to see, like, all right, there's something going on at play here that I don't know about. And that's how I felt at the time. So I played what I call playing chess. So I don't say anything. So I'm in LA. And at the time, like I'm in my mind, I'm blaming it on the pandemic because we still in the pandemic, but it's like coming out of it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I hadn't done anything with the label while I was there. So at one point, I tell him, hey, he offers me a management contract. Mind you, I've already signed my deal with the label. He offers me a management contract, but when I get my lawyer to look it over, my lawyer's like, man, this is just to protect him. Yeah. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, mind you, this dude, I've known him for 10 years. He's managing me for 10 years. And I say this, managing me in air quotes, because technically he really wasn't doing anything. But I can't take away from the fact that he brought me into the room with the people who I'm signed with. But this is a decade ago. You know what I'm saying? So they sign me or whatever, but then he offers me this management contract, which I find kind of fishy, because then he goes, well, I want 20% of everything. And I'm like, that's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And honestly, in the past when I was green and I wasn't educated on what I needed to be educated on, I probably would have been like, yeah, 20%. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yep. But now at this point, I'm like, something's odd about this. So I send a contract to my lawyer. He sends it back. He's like, yeah, this is to protect him. And there's a sunset clause in there. At the time, I'm like, what the fuck is that? Yeah. He says, so basically, he can terminate the contract at any point, and he'll collect 15% the first year, 10% the second year, and 5% the third year.
Damn, that's some boxing shit.
I could be signed to Jay-Z, but he's contractually obligated to take these percentages from me. So I'm like, this is weird. Like, so I go to him and I say, look, this contract is, we got to adjust a few things, you know what I'm saying, for me to be comfortable signing it. He flies off at the handle and gets super arrogant and turns into this person that I never know. Mind you, I've known him for over a decade. Damn. So I'm like, this is weird. Like, so at the time, I don't want to go to the label because I'm like, I don't know if the label's, because he walked me in the door with these people. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't want to go to them and then be like, yo, I'm not fucking with him. And then they're like, well, we're not fucking with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it can't happen like that.
Right. So I'm like, how do I play this? Now it got to the point where it was so stressful. Like I got to the point like, man, music is becoming like a job, and it's like, this ain't fun right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I tell dude, like, yo, I'm going home for 3 weeks because it's Halloween, my son's birthday, and my birthday, all in a 3-week time period. Damn. So I'm like, I'm gonna go home, and he goes, it was my son's 5th birthday. He's 8 now, to give you context on how long ago this was. He goes, I think you need to stay in LA and get your feet planted in the ground. And I'm like, it sounds like you telling me not to go home for my child's 5th birthday. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, no, that's how you taking it. So now I'm like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm leaving. But when I leave, I'm not contacting the label. I'm not even contacting him. I want to see how these things work. So, long story even longer, he kind of showed his hand because he contacted somebody I knew from here, and I hadn't talked to him for 3 weeks. And I'm like, why is he contacting them? He's trying to see if I went to that person and said, hey, something was weird, which I did. So that person tipped me off. And as that person tips me off, he realizes I'm not fucking with him anymore because I've come to the realization that he's trying to screw me over, which he was. So he winds up, I'm on the phone with the person that he tipped off. I look at my phone, I get an email. It's him. He's going on this rampage about how he's not managing me anymore. And I'm like, all I write back is, okay, cool. Ain't nothing to argue about. You know what I'm saying? But now what he does now is he opens the door for me to go to the label. Because now I'm like, all right, now I can say something to them. Like, sure enough, I write an email. I'm like, listen, this dude, he sent me this predatorial contract. Don't want to sign it, but I don't want it to affect the relationship that we have because I like what we got going on over here, but he's up to something and I'm not with it. And I don't want it to affect our relationship. Soon as I hit send on the email, my guy from the label calls me immediately and he's like, what's going on? And I kind of explain to him. He's like, bro, you were on the contract with us. Like, you don't have to fuck with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't talked to dude since. You know what I mean? And everything, and he used to say this too. He used to be like, if you think you can go at it on your own, be my guest. Like on some arrogant shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate watch this. Hold my blunt, you know what I'm saying? So, and ever since then, it's been crazy. Like, I've been touring the world and placements out there. And so what it was, bro knew I was about to start making a lot of money.
Yeah.
I wasn't hip to the sync game like that. When this label signed me, I'm in shock that they're signing me at 38 years old.
Type shit.
Cause I'm like, what the? When they even called me about it, they were talking to me about a record at first. So in my head, and they also told me about the deal, but in my head, I kind of like pushed that aside.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, they want me to do a record with you. It hit me a week later, like, oh wait, they're starting a label and they signing me, and I don't know what sync placement. Like I know what they are because my guy on the label, Out of Sight, he's been doing syncs forever to the point where he's had shit in movies for so long. I'd be watching a movie and then I'm like, yo, this is my dude shit. Like, and then I'd call him and he'd be like, oh, they use my shit for that? And I'd be like, how the fuck you got a song in a movie and don't know they use it? Bro, that shit happens to me all the time now. Now I get it, you know what I'm saying? But long story short, like, yeah, about the emotion thing, like, I could have flew off at the handle, cussed dude out, tried to fight him, all that, you know what I mean? But I knew I had to play it smart, and it wound up working out in the end, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, that's a smooth transition from that story, because my next question is let's talk about your strategy to sign yourself and then sign to the label. Like, what was your thought process during that time? Because a lot of people would have just been like, shit, I'm such and such rapper, and the label offered me this, I'm about to go sign. You thought, I'm about to start my own shit, sign myself, and then go sign to a production.
Yeah, so in 2000, my son was born in 2016.
Okay.
I took a 2-year hiatus because I kind of, like I said, I had my first kid. I had him at 35 years old. I was 34 and then turned 35 2 weeks after I was born. A week, whatever, 2 weeks, something like that. So it kind of freaked me out. Like, I have always been doing this, so I didn't have a job before that. You know what I mean? This has always been it. So then when you get, I'm about to have a kid, I'm like, fuck, I got to go get a job. Like, so I go get a job. I'm working in factories in Kentucky, driving forklifts and shit.
Yeah.
I'm doing it for a while. I'm starting to get a steady paycheck and shit. And then you kind of start, like, telling yourself, like, oh, this is cool. Like, because I'm not used to getting a paycheck like that. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? I really haven't made no money off music at this point. You know what I mean? So, mind you, though, I've been touring and all that type of stuff and all the things that I had done prior to this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then it's like, I got a kid. Like, I'm the person, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it 100%. So if I'm going to be a dad, I got to do it 100%. How the fuck I'm going to be a rapper, too? Yeah. So it took me about 1.5 years to 2 years to figure that out. But I also went into this super depression. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
To where one of my boys who lives in Columbus, he notices from Columbus. And he's like, he calls me one day. He's like, yo, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, what the fuck you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know. Something just seemed weird. Like, you're not posting how you do online. Like, you just don't seem yourself. Like, I'm like, bro, I'm like a dad now. Like,
type shit.
Paying bills and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? All this other shit that I really wasn't used to at the time. And he's like, man, he's like, you need to put out some music. Like, you making me depressed. And I'm like, dude, it's funny. I got a whole album sitting on my computer that's mixed and mastered that I didn't put out. And he's like, put it out. I'm like, man, that shit costs money. Like, he's like, well, how much does it cost to put out an album? I'm like, it could probably be like $500. I'm on the phone with him. He fucking cash apps me the money.
What? See, like, that's a real one right there.
Like, so I'm like, listen, I don't want to fall out with you over no $500.
Yeah.
I know how this shit goes. I don't know if he's expecting anything back. Like, some people be like, I'm good. Yep. Don't worry about it. And then 6 months later, you hear like, I gave him this and he didn't whoop-de-whoop. So I'm like, listen, we going into business with each other. Like, so since then we've been business partners. But so that album I have, I set it for a release date, March 1st, 2018. Before it even comes out, I see that Talib Kweli's on tour. I have a relationship with him at this point already. I call his assistant and I'm like, hey, see if Talib will let me hop on some of these dates. I'm thinking they about to say no. I'm just shooting my shot. Mm-hmm. He called me back so fast, like, yeah, he said cool, whoop-de-whoop. So I go from I go from a 2-year hiatus to dropping a project and making a phone call and being back on tour in 2 weeks. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so the project dropped 2 weeks later. Thank you. I got these I sweating these lights, man.
Yeah, on like, God. I don't know why.
I do the same thing on stage. But yeah, so I dropped the project. So 2-year hiatus, drop a project. 2 weeks later, I'm on tour again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was 18. 19, I dropped a few projects kind of on my own. You know what I mean? The guy who's managing me, who walked me into the door, who I wound up firing, he stopped fucking with me when my now wife got pregnant. He's like, oh yeah, you're not focused. I'm like, yo, I got a fucking kid.
It ain't
on
like
the
you
way.
a female artist, like shit.
I got a kid on the way, bro. Like
You ain't pregnant.
I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? So I stopped fucking with him for real. But during that, when I go on tour with Talib, I needed a question, but I need to ask somebody in the industry and out of sight who he was the tour manager for at the time. I'm like, I need to ask out of sight, so I got to hit bro dude up. So we weren't on bad terms at that time. So I hit him up, and he like, yeah, talk to him. Muti Woodman out of sight gave me some good advice, whatever. So now, cut to mid-19, he calls me and he says, hey, out of sight's got something for you, but I'm gonna let him tell you. And I'm like, that's weird, because usually if I was gonna, because I used to tour it out of sight, and he's a pop artist. So I'm like, usually if that was the case, then he would tell me, and I just, show up and out of sight be there, whatever.
Word.
A week later, out of sight calls me. He's like, yeah, I got this record, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, oh, he just want a rapper on the record. Like, he's more of a pop singer, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's got a hip-hop flavor to it, but it's more pop, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, they just want a rapper on the record. But what he's telling me is like, yo, we starting a record label. It's a sync placement label. We want to sign you, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I found out about that. I'm 38 at the time. I'm like, is this even real? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and sure enough, that first record we did wound up getting a placement with Jeopardy on fucking ABC. You know what I'm saying? It was the year Alex Trebek died too. So like,
Okay.
that just changed everything for me, honestly.
Nah, that's what's up though, man. I ain't gonna lie, cause you could be working hard all this time, man, and then it just take that one opportunity
That's
and
it.
be like,
and
boom.
you know what's funny about that one opportunity? So in 2015, and it's funny because my son's birthday is October 24th, 2016. October 24th, 2015, the guy who I fired says, hey, we, out of sight, wants you to come down to the Lipton Tea Festival in Charleston, South Carolina. So I'm like, all right. And this dude I'm fucking with at the time, like, he's supposed to be managing me too. Like, and he from here though. So the other guy's from New York. So I'm not with him every day. But my quote unquote homie at the time, here, he's supposed to be kind of taking over that everyday role.
Day to day, yeah.
He, like, yeah, we'll drive down there, whoop-de-whoop. The night before, he hits me up. He's like, nah, I can't go. So I'm like, fuck, I'm going. Like, again, like what I was just saying, like, I'm going to take these chances. I hop on the Greyhound, dog. Like, I don't even have a fucking ticket back. You know what I'm saying? So I take a Greyhound there. I show up there like, how the fuck you get down here? I'm like, I rode the Greyhound. Like, they like, oh, that's crazy. Like, and we making a joke. I was like, yeah, I took the Chitlin circuit down here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it was on some country shit all the way down to South Carolina. And they from New York, so they was getting a kick out of that. You know what I mean? Whatever. So anyways, a year later, my son's born, ironically. So the story goes, when they're starting the label, there's a meeting going on in LA. I'm not around. Like, they're out at their dinner. And they're discussing starting the label. And they're like, yo, we need to sign somebody like Tino who will get on a Greyhound at the drop of a hat and come to a show if he needs to.
Come on now.
So if I don't get on that Greyhound in 2015, in 2019, they may not be signing me.
Did y'all hear what he just said?
If I don't come back from that 2-year hiatus and go on tour in 18 and drop those projects in 19, they ain't signing me either.
Exactly.
I'm not active.
Where's the
You know
work?
what I'm saying? Why are we signing him?
Exactly.
Because we know him because he can rap. You know how many other motherfuckers they know who can rap? You know
Yeah,
what I'm
hell
saying?
yeah. It's way more artists out there. And that's why I say you one of the hardest artists out here, hardest working artists out here because of shit like that. You feel me? That's self-explanatory.
I just thought, I mean, ever since I've done this, I thought this was what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, word.
So it's like, and I be presented with these opportunities. I'm like, I'm not gonna not do this shit. Like,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what I made a fucking promise to myself a long time ago. Whatever I gotta do to get to where I want to go in this, I'll go through it, good or bad. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And that's and I ain't gonna lie, that speaks to your character because I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people shy away from the shit that they gotta go through to get to where they want to go.
This shit is, in my theory, I got a theory. This shit is all designed to make you quit. because if not, then everybody would do it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I look at shit like that.
even like the 7 records that I haven't got placements for, that would discourage a motherfucker to the point he like, I don't want to do this no more.
Like, why?
You know what I'm saying? One time I sat in a fucking studio with Chris Gotti, Irv's brother.
Yeah.
Just me and him. This is 2013. He listens to my whole project and he's just like, nothing wowed me. I could have been like, oh, I'm done.
He said that straight up?
Straight up. Like, you know what I'm saying? But then he explained to me, like, he was telling me stories about Ja and, like, Ja writing all those famous records and all this shit. Like, but at the time, I needed that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Another time, I'm in LA and Hollywood. I get a meeting with Ellen Pomeo, is the chick who plays Gray, Dr. Gray on Grey's Anatomy.
Okay.
Her husband is a music producer. I knew someone who used to be her assistant in LA. This is another thing. Everything's about relationships. She gets me a meeting with dude. I don't even know who he is for real. I look him up. Like, sure enough, he's a music producer. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, yeah, he wants to meet you in his. I met him in his studio. We sat down. We talked. I let him hear a bunch of records. He says, you are writing better than the production you're on. Like, your writing is too good for the production you're on.
Damn.
I'm like, what the fuck is, I never heard nothing like that. But years later, when I sign and I get with better producers, I realize what he's saying.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
What I'm saying? Like, he
absolutely.
wasn't hating. I never took it as hating, but I didn't understand it. You know what I mean? Because I never heard nothing like that before.
That's a compliment.
Like, yeah, it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? But some could take that as, you know, even Drizzle. That's DJ Drizzle, perfect example. The same guy, the same manager. I'm telling, I sign my deal. Drizzle. I go to Drizzle a lot for advice and shit.
Shout out DJ Drizzle.
Shout out Drizzle. And he get, you know, Drizzle's cryptic when he talks sometimes, and he's just like, fire your manager
type shit.
And I don't know what the fuck. I'm like, you know, some people be thinking, oh, Drizzle's a hater, like wooty woo. Nah, he be trying to, he hipping you to something.
Yeah,
he
just
see.
straightforward.
You know what I'm saying? So he just keeps saying, fire your manager. Like, I'm like, why the fuck is he saying that? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So all of that story that I just told, that he was telling me that before. So all that stuff started happening, and I'm like, Drizzle's seen this shit before I did, just off of the shit that I was telling him. You know what I'm saying? Had I not listened to what Drizzle was saying or took it as, oh, you on some bullshit.
Yeah,
I would have saw that shit when it would have been too late.
Absolutely,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. No cap. So let's talk about your sound. You feel me? What inspired it? Because you didn't take the ordinary street rapper take. You feel me?
So I grew up in Finneytown. I didn't grow up in the streets. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got friends that grew up in the streets. We was always around and that in that aspect, but I knew I wasn't trying to be something that I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Because one, it takes a lot of energy. Two, that's just never gonna last. And I always knew, like, to be 100% honest, I knew I would always target the white crowd. I knew at the time, especially in my mid-20s, that I'm gonna target this party frat crowd. You know what I'm saying? So I deliberately put myself in positions to be around that. And the next thing I know, I had the self-diploma dudes booking me on these shows, opening up for crazy.
But how did you know, like, that was the take that you was going for, though? Like,
my first tape is called Sorry for Partying.
Okay.
And I knew, like, we partied. We were outside then. Like, I always say we was outside before outside was outside.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So we was just partying, bro. I was doing drugs, fucking bitches. Like, that's what we did. I'm gonna rap about the shit. Like, and a couple of things happened. I get with those self-diploma dudes who wind up being culture vultures, but that's another story. And then they book Wiz Khalifa at Madison Theater. I had never heard of Wiz. I remember seeing the flyer, and I'm like, who the fuck is Wiz Khalifa? Because I never heard of bro, so I can't even pronounce the name. I don't go to the show, so in a week later, they post the content from the show, and the show was sold out. How the fuck is this dude selling out shows in the city, in my city, and I've never even heard of him? What the fuck is going on? It's the internet.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it.
Yep.
So that happened. Then, maybe a year later, a girl named Leah, shout out to Leah, She hits me up and she sends me a link and she's like, yo, check this kid out. It's Mac Miller. Nike's on my feet.
Damn.
And at the time, I'm like, oh, that's cool. I just feel like he's a young, like, cause I'm 10 years older than Mac. So like, it didn't resonate with me at first. So I'm like, oh, that's cool, whatever. But I just felt like it was a white kid from Pittsburgh. A week later after that, this other dude I'm rolling with goes, hey, Sean, who's the Sell Diploma dude, just booked this dude named Mac Miller on a tour. Hit him up and asked him if we can roll with him. I'm like, that's crazy. Somebody just sent me a link on that kid.
Damn. That was my college, like my out of high school, 2011,
Yep.
2010, 2011.
All that whole run.
Yeah.
So I hit dude up. He like, yeah, y'all can roll. So we roll. The shows are it's a 4-city tour. Columbus, Lexington, Covington, and Dayton.
Word, okay.
The first one's in Columbus. Mind you, I never met Mac Miller until this day. He's 18 years old. They pull up in a 4-door Volvo that they done wrecked in a wagon Volvo that they wrecked on the way there, like because the bumper was all fucked up.
Yeah.
So we get there and they're like, and all them dudes that we was with, they don't smoke or none of that shit. They like, hey man, where can we get weed? I know some niggas in Columbus. And then we like, yo, where the bitches at? Get some girls to come through. Like, it's 50 people maybe at this show. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, this is weird. Like, I'm like, how the fuck these kids know who he is? The internet. So it's hitting me like now. I'm like, oh, you can be suburban, catch these fans on the internet, and do something with it. So, because that's all Wiz and Mac were to me. I'm like, I know those dudes. I not know them, but I know I grew up with those type of dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I can do this. Because at first, when I was doing it, bro, I was in New York City in the early 2000s when everything was still gangster rap.
Yeah, word.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was running around with even Jim Jones and them back in the day, like going to Def Jam meetings and shit, but like everything was gangster rap then. So Wiz and Mac kind of put that in my brain, like, oh, you don't gotta be that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just gotta catch these little white kids and get them to fuck with you. So that 4-city tour goes on. Me and Mac kind of develop a relationship off of that shit. He also develops a relationship with DJ Clockwork. To the point where he didn't have no DJ. Clockwork DJs all 4 of those shows. And in the middle of it, he's just like, Mac's like, hey, you want to be my DJ? Like,
damn.
Took Clock all over the world. You know what I'm saying? So maybe a year later, Mac's like blown up more now. He's like bigger now. Clock calls me. He's like, bro, Mac love you, bro. I'm like, I done like moved on, you know what I'm saying? Not moved on, but like,
you still doing
it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck that mean? Like, what you want me to do with that? Like, he like, you should just come out to the shows. I'm like, I'm green then. Like, I'm like, I can do that? Like, he like, yeah, he said, come on. Like, so I would meet them in some city, wherever it was, and ride the bus with them everywhere. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's fire, man.
Then I became like a roadie. And I remember the first night, big day, Mac Security, he like, I'm like side stage somewhere, and he like look over at me. He's like, "Come here, Mac performing though," and I'm like, "The fuck?" Like I'm thinking I did something. Like, oh, they about to be on. Like, yo, man, get out of here. Like,
damn.
So I'm like shimmying my way around because I don't want to make performing. You don't want to take the focus off of him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I get over there. He like, Big Dave, like stand over here right now. Stand over here. I'm like, wow, what I do? He like, nah, you one of us. Like, I'm like, damn. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So then what happens is all the Max fans from here caught on that, oh, he from Cincinnati. You know what I'm saying? Because they really thought I was most dope from Pittsburgh.
Type shit.
And then I'd get stopped and they're like, oh, you be with Mac Miller, blah, blah, blah. Like, I always told Mac, like, bro, you did more for me than you realize. Like,
damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then things start going on where people like, when Mac gonna sign you? And I'm like, I don't want to be caught in that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of, distance myself a little bit, but not on no negative things or anything like that. But I did get to see him before he passed and got to thank him for everything during the Good AM tour when he was here. And it was 2016 when I'm not doing anything.
Damn.
I'm in my hiatus. For some weird reason, I go out one night, and I don't even go out here. I wasn't even going out here then. And I'm outside, and I hear Tino, and I look, and it's one of Mac's boys, Jimmy. And I'm like, Jimmy? I'm like, oh, shit, they was in town tonight. Like, I wasn't even in the loop.
Nah, that's what's up.
And he like, nah, Mac want to see you, bro. Like, he walked me into the section, past the security, like, And I dap Mac up, and I'm like, yo, I'm a father now. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, congratulations, what you on? I was just like, bro, I want to thank you for everything you did for me. Like, you gave me a career. Like, I'm touring and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, that was the last time I saw him, and I'm glad I got to say that to him.
And it was up to you to take advantage of the opportunity.
That's
you feel
what
me?
it
Like,
always
cause
is.
a lot of people be waiting on a handout. Nah, I'm in the environment. Like, you feel me? I'm doing this shit too. Let
You
me
gotta
do
play
my
a fly on the
networking.
wall sometimes. You never want to make yourself the focal point because you're a nobody. I'm a nobody in that instance, especially as the year goes by. Because like I said, we started when we met Max. They put up in a 4-door Volvo.
Yeah.
The next year they were in a tour bus. Year after that they had two tour buses. The year after that they had 2 tour buses, and Mac had a studio on the tour bus.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I watched this kid, and one year we literally were with him so much like. He made $6 million in 1 year at like age 18 to 19. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I got to see the top of the mountain. You know what I mean? And
That's
there's one
crazy.
thing, one particular story I'll never forget about him. We were in Indianapolis, and after the shows, so the next night was actually here. So you have like after the show, everybody, you party, girls come back to the bus, whoop-de-whoop. You know what I'm saying? All the fans leave, but the bus stays in the parking lot. You know what I mean? And we just partying from bus to bus all night. Like, it's 6 a.m. bus call, which means you can do whatever, but you better be back at that bus at 6 a.m. because it's leaving.
Yeah.
So it's 6 a.m. bus call, and we come in here the next day. So it's like 2:30 in the morning. Everybody's gone from the show. Like, the parking lot empty. Only thing in the parking lot is tour buses. We got girls on the bus, blah, blah, blah. I come off one of the buses, not the bus Max on. It's these 2 kids. They're like in high school, standing outside the bus. I'm like, what the fuck y'all doing out here? They like, man, one of them go, man, my sister on the bus. I know what's going on the bus. I'm like, damn, I don't want to make it happen. I'm like, oh yeah, word. Like they think Mac on the bus though. They really trying to meet Mac for real.
Word.
And then like they're like, is Mac on that bus? I'm like, nah, he on the other bus. Like, they're like, will he come out and take a picture with us? And in my head, I'm like, if I'm Mac at the time, I ain't come out and take a picture with them. Like, I go to the other bus. I'm like, Mac. I ain't gonna say the person's name, but I'm like, yo, brother got this girl on the bus, and her little brother is outside, like waiting on him. But they just asked me on my way over here if you'll come out and take a picture with them. And I'm thinking that he about to be like, hell nah. He like, what? Bro got one of his sister on the bus? I'm like, yeah, on the back of the bus. He like, oh man, now I gotta go out and take a picture with him.
Oh God, got to.
He went, bro. In my head, I wouldn't have went, but he taught me something in that moment. Like, he was so humble. Like, nah, I gotta go.
Yeah.
He went out, took a picture with them dudes. I'm still friends with one of those dudes to this day. You know what I'm saying? Dude's like married. He owns business. He was in high school then.
Damn.
That's how long ago that was. But that taught me like humility. Also, him passing and how he passed taught me that I'm not chasing fame. Like, I used to chase fame. Like, I think we all start out chasing that. You know what I'm saying? But it came a point where I'm like, it's not worth it because bro got everything that we ultimately want. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be a millionaire. You want to have the R&B girl touring all over the world, being uber famous, and then you wind up realizing bro wasn't happy. You know what I'm saying? And he was one of them persons that was just like, you would have never known he was depressed. You know what I'm saying? That fucked me up when he died because I'm like, damn, I'm chasing that same thing. So at the end of the day, I'm not gonna be happy off of this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that kind of shifted me in a way at the time to kind of, like, I got a talent. I've done this forever. I've progressed as I've done it. Because I always told myself, even like I'm 43, if I hadn't progressed, I would have quit a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be doing this now. Like, especially with kids. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hell nah.
So I just kind of shifted my whole focus, and it's like, all right. That's when the deal came, and I'm like, oh, I can do this sync placement shit. But then at the same time, I still want to tour and shit, and through my relationships with other artists, that's how I'm able to tour and, you know, like touring with Ghostface and all that shit. Still, like, post doing the sync license and shit. Like, my label don't have nothing to do with me touring. Like, that's me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, which they love that about me. They don't gotta
Yeah, that's like you promote yourself.
They give me a fucking task, I get it done, and that's they don't have to hunt me down. Like that's another thing I tell cats all the time. Like you think anybody's making me do anything?
Right.
Like nobody. Right now, I'm working on some shit. They got me working on movie trailers, like writing songs for movie trailers. Like they'll just send the production and say, "This is kind of what we're looking for. This is what we want."
What you doing right now is like sparking the idea or the mind of somebody who want to be in a position like you. I think like what you're doing is right now is real dope for real, because and you mentioned a lot of names. I'm gonna go back into this interview and I'm gonna be like, I'm one of them people that'll study the people who the names been mentioned. I need to know who these people is and how can I get in their contacts. Like you feel me? Like so what you doing right now is quietly giving niggas game. Like you feel me? Like
I don't gatekeep, bro, but what I do say and what I will say is what may work for me may not work for you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's very important. Like,
yeah.
I've been at this since 2001 essentially. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I've developed so many relationships with people from living in New York, from living in LA. I mean, I got out of here when I was 19 years old. I moved 8 days after 9/11 to New York City.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
The shit was still on fire. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so, I mean, the people I'm signed with now, I met in New York City in 2002.
Type shit.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And 2019, they signed me to a record deal. It's relationships. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's been plenty of times where they've had me in situations where, so the first time I ever went on the road with Out of Sight, he was performing at Lollapalooza. So they're like, yeah, come to Lollapalooza, come kick it. You know what I'm saying? One, you got to get there on your own. Because then I used to get a lot of niggas like, hey, they ain't paying me. I wouldn't go if they wasn't paying me. Nigga,
yeah.
Who the fuck am I?
That's what niggas don't understand.
I haven't sold a... He's signed to a major label, has a record out on the radio, pop record. Who the fuck am I?
Word.
Oh, I wouldn't go if I wasn't getting paid. Nigga, that's why that nigga's not in my position right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm going. I don't even, and then back then I was broke. Like, I'm just gonna make this shit work, nigga. We gonna figure this shit out.
Oh,
so
God.
we go, we get like full action. What I'm saying is, what if I get in that situation and I act like an asshole? They never contact me again.
Nope.
What I'm doing now is not happening.
Exactly.
Off something from 2013.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you never know. The people you in the room with, you never know how they can help you. So you don't want to rub nobody the wrong way. You know, you only get one time to make a first impression. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always conscious of that, and even with our relationship with Ghostface, that came from booking him on the show. Yeah. My business partner, DW, we have a company, Legacy and Winners Entertainment. He's from New York City, from Staten Island. He grew up around them dudes. So when we started this company, he's like, let's just book Ghost for our first. Because he's like, I can just hit them up right now. Sure enough, we book them. We come here, you know, great hospitality, treat them well. And then they're inviting us to events in New York, next thing I know. So I'm going to New York, kicking it with Raekwon, all these cats, like, you know what I'm saying? Then I just tell my dude, like, hey, hit them up and see what they want to buy in on this European tour that Ghost is on. They hit us back immediately, gave us a number. Like, that's doable. We wound up in England, Greece, and fucking Paris. Like,
man, that's insane.
Sold out shows every night, getting treated like rock stars, getting fucking escorted through customs. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my first time traveling overseas. So I'm like, I can't go overseas on the regular shit.
Hell
now. Like,
nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you gotta do it big. You gotta do your 1, 2.
But that shit changed my life, bro. And it came out of nowhere, like, and it's just one of those things from just having those relationships. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely. Let me ask this: so we live in a society where, you know, like a lot of people like to talk about culture. Like, what do you see culture being, and where do you see it at right now?
So I'm a hip hop. I like to say I'm a hip hop purist.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is, black people created this. And it's ours. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Like,
Word.
I have a white fan base as a whole. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? If it was percentage, I'd probably have more white fans than I do black fans. but rap is our shit.
Yeah.
I started this shit because I had nothing else.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, some people do this shit for fun. Like, yeah, of course I did it for fun, but when it became something like, oh, this is my life.
Yeah.
I am hip hop. Like, since I was motherfucking 3 years old, I can remember my parents taking me to see Crush Groove.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is who I am. Is what I do. Is what black people created this shit as a way to get us out of our struggle and and we're still doing it to this day. You know what I'm saying? And I take that personal, especially because I feel like rap's being gentrified right now. And not even right now, it has been. I think it's already happened, to be honest with you. And of course, this is for everybody. I don't want to say, oh, it's only for black people, because, obviously you got people like Eminem, you got people like Mac, who was white.
Yep.
But Mac was a hip-hop purist as well.
Exactly.
And he understood that he was a guest in this culture.
Come on now.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And,
absolutely.
So as far as culture goes, I take that shit very seriously. That's why I don't fuck with any of those self-diploma dudes that I did in the past. I used to not even talk about shit on an interview like that, but I do now because they're all culture vultures.
Yeah.
They came through and used a lot of us for our followings, our talents, everything we had to not pay us a dime.
Yeah.
And for them they were already of money. So I don't want to say they got rich off of it, but they made money.
Yeah.
Lots of money. You know what I'm saying?
That's culture vulture.
And then now all of a sudden you do EDM DJ. That's the definition of culture vulture. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So
100%.
then they tried to fake blackball me, which you can't, because everything that I got outside of the city comes from people outside of this city.
Yeah.
Because I had already had a foundation laid out in New York City before I even started here. You know what I'm saying? My foundation in New York City is what brought me here, because I'm like, well, I'll have to compete with 1 million niggas in New York City. I'm going to compete with 20 niggas in Cincinnati. It's a smaller scale. I can do what I learned in New York and take it to Cincinnati. And that's literally what got me on. You know what I'm saying? So as far as the culture, I take that shit very, very seriously, because I feel like this is ours. Like, and if you look back on country, rock and roll, we started that shit. It got gentrified. Now now these people think country music is theirs. No, we started that rock and roll. We started that. This happened in the hip hop.
In the blues.
So in the blues too. I mean, the blues comes from country, which all derived from each other.
Yep.
So I feel like it's happened. It's already happened to hip hop. But if it continues on this path, then you look down 30, 40 years down the line, and nobody will know that black people created this shit. It's kind of like we're in this weird space, like, you know what I'm saying?
You own or something.
So I don't know what we have to do about that. Like, I mean, because it's almost now easier to get on as a white rapper than it is to as a black rapper. You know what I mean? Like, because but I feel like most of these white rappers, and some of them are dope. I'm not taking away from anybody's talent, and I'm not a hater, especially when it comes to artists. I don't want this to come across as like I'm gatekeeping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in a way, I am, because I just feel like if you're white and you do this, you gotta understand that some of us do this to eat.
Can I
And
give
to
you a
survive.
little take?
Yeah.
I think what's going on, I think the labels are signing more like gangster rap, drill rap, and on the opposite end, leaving out the artists who got real talent. Like, you feel me?
Sure.
And then they signing the white artists who can do what the black artists can do at the same time.
Right. Because it's a little more safer.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's more marketable. That's how I always knew. Even then, white people buy shit. Niggas don't necessarily buy shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'll do a show. I can do a show with a black audience. I'm not even bringing merch purposely. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas just ain't gonna buy it. It just is what it is.
Yep.
Like, but when I go do a white show, I'm selling that shit out. They
Yep.
don't even got to know who the fuck I am. You know what I mean? Another big difference is I can be like, do a black show, I'll get no crowd participation.
Yeah.
You know, my mother actually told me a long time ago in the 80s, I'd be like, Mom, why don't they do rap shows here? And she's like, Cincinnati people conservative. Rappers say wave your hands in the air. Cincinnati people say, I pay $75 for this ticket. You wave your hands in the air. So, you know, like I said, I did shows. I came up in the Ritz. I came up in all that. But when I start getting on those stages with these white kids and audience, throw your fucking hands in the air. Everybody's got their hands in the air because they're coming. Participating in the show is a part of the show.
The experience.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in that aspect, I appreciate that. I wish niggas is just too cool. You know
I
what I'm
swear I
saying?
say that all the time.
That, and then when you a dope boy rapper, you more or less be rapping to other dope boys, so they looking at you like, nigga, I got $20,000 in my pocket. I don't give a fuck what you talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just that wasn't not to say it wasn't my audience because I got niggas in that whole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And and don't get me wrong, I also rap like that too.
Oh,
and
God.
I also got records
You
like
fucked
that.
me up when I went through your discography. I thought you was like one way.
Nah, I mean, bro, I came in the projects and I learned the projects in New York City.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I can tell you, story. I just never wanted to glorify that shit. Like,
Yeah.
for what? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would have never got me signed to sync placements.
Facts.
You know what I mean? They
Absolutely.
know I can write pop records. I can write R&B records, but I can also talk some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Hell
an MC,
yeah.
and I came up as an MC and as a rap. I started battle rapping. Like, we were
Okay.
battle rapping on the corner, but not the battle rap you know today. It's
Yeah.
write as many fucking verses as you can and memorize them, and you just go verse for verse. For the nigga. Like,
I
you know
do
what I'm
remember
saying?
that time.
And where you just write vague ass, where you could be talking about anybody.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying?
facts.
And the winner of the battle was just a nigga who didn't run out of rhymes. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So that's how I started in New York City on the corner of Fulton Street in Brooklyn. 125th Street, Harlem, Times Square, all that. Like, we used to be on the corner battling niggas. Like,
Yeah.
Smack DVD era. A lot of them people on the Smack DVD era,
Yeah.
we done rapped against. Like,
I was watching that
you know what I'm
shit.
saying? So, I came up out of that, and I just really been, and one thing I could do is adapt. And I always
Facts.
knew, like, you gotta roll with the times, you know what I'm saying? And even with my age, but you got people like Griselda and those type of dudes who kind of keeping that alive. And I always used to get in my early 30s, oh, he trying to rap in his 30s. Mind you, I'd have been touring already.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I just woke up at 30 like, oh, I'm a rap. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, people never realize, like, the first thing when somebody would turn on me and hate on me, that was the first, oh, he's 30 trying to rap.
Come on, man.
Bro, I'm already touring, like, putting out projects.
I do this.
Music. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then I got signed at 38. So I've realized I'm the outlier, you know what I'm saying? But I got that a lot. Oh, he do try. I mean, even from self-diploma motherfuckers, when they try to blackball me, he old, he this, he that. Like, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, that's how the culture try to do you, man. But I feel like
that's coming from the white boys. Like,
Oh, damn.
how the fuck you gonna tell me what I'm too old to do in
nah,
my own culture?
we ain't gonna do that.
not
We ain't gonna
doing
play that game.
So a lot of that post them, my shit was proving them wrong.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Until I
yeah.
got to the point where I proved everybody wrong. It's time to prove myself right. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then when I got signed, a lot of self-doubt lifted because I'm like, if these motherfuckers on the other side of the country didn't want to fuck with me, they wouldn't be fucking with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I would have just seen, oh, they started a label. Like, it just wouldn't,
Yeah.
would have just been over here figuring it out. But that shit changed my life for real.
Hell yeah. So, as you probably know, you probably got familiar with the Brick by Brick podcast by what we launched at the beginning of the year, which was the Brick by Brick report card,
Yeah,
me
I
and my
love
guy.
it.
And I wanted to ask your insight on that, like, you feel me, from your take.
As far as report cards and
Our report card, how we put it out as far as
I like the way you did it because it gives, like, I feel like here in the city, this is the best the scene has ever been. I've been around a long time. I come from I always say if it was college, my freshman year, Showtime, K Riley, Tonka,
I just had
Cross.
Showtime on.
Yeah, you did. GOAT. Like, he
Right.
opened so many doors for me. When I was signing Natty Boy Records, that he was in his Cincinnati hat bag.
Yeah.
I was in the studio. I looked up to bro. Like,
Yeah.
I still do. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I'm like, yo, he got songs on, like, because they wasn't playing nobody on the radio
Yeah.
then. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, that dude, I met him because I was signing Natty Boy Records. Shout out Bino. Like, so that's where I met Musa. That's where I met Calico, God bless their dead. That's where I met Sparks. Like,
Okay.
and we was all in our mid-20s. They're younger than me, so I was in my mid-20s. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I looked up to them dudes. You know what I mean? K Rally. I was standing outside of Exchange, watching through a fucking curtain. Them film the That Boy Code video.
I'm glad I ain't the only one that had these type of experiences.
Like these are superheroes to me because we didn't have when going back to what I said to my mom. My mom had a rap concert. Why I always thought I moved to New York City because I'm like my one dream was to be the rapper in Cincinnati that everybody knew.
Yeah,
because we didn't have a rapper.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? High tech. My senior year in high school, I'm watching Rap City. I see somebody on Rap City with a Cincinnati fitted on.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
What? Like, you don't see that back then.
Come on, man.
This is 99, 2000.
Yep.
I'm like, who the fuck is that? Come to find out, the nigga from here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is me finding this out then. I remember that I see this nigga in Tri-County Mall coming down the fucking elevator, and I'm in awe. Like, that's the nigga on BET. Like, I listen to Talib Kweli fucking Reflection Eternal every fucking day.
Yeah.
Years later, I'm touring with this nigga.
Come on,
this nigga's
man.
number is in my phone right now. I go to hang out with him with Dave Chappelle.
Word.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit trips me I don't even get, I'm like, how the fuck I get here? You know what I'm saying? From 17, 18, listening to a CD like, the nigga, like, Ghostface is my man, nigga, like, the niggas I grew up listening to know me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is wild to me. So, but back to the report card.
Mm-hmm. I liked all that breakdown. I loved it.
I like what you did because it showed the history. It shows what everybody brings to the table. It shows that we're not all, like, everybody's different.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We all got our different lanes, and we all can coexist with each other. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what we was trying to do. Like, we weren't just trying to give grace or gratitude to all just the street rappers or the popular guys. Like, you feel me?
Right.
We know it's guys out here, quote unquote, underground, but they still doing their thing and they got their fan base. They sell their merch, they do their shows and everything. Right. And we wanted to bring light to those people also. At the same time, it's like, I know it's some popular guys out here that's looking for a different sound to come on their shit.
For sure.
Like, that's a perfect reference right there. Like, go on that list and look at. You can listen to 100 different guys and see who you like, and y'all may put them.
Sure.
You can actually pay them for a feature and help the economy. Like, you feel me?
Sure.
So, I just wanted your I liked your insight.
I love that. I love that. You know, because sometimes people get. I always say it happens at least twice a year.
Yeah.
Where the argument between it's like the DJs and the rappers,
Mm-hmm.
or a list comes out and then everybody, I'm this, I'm that, whoopty whoop. Like,
Yeah.
that shit be sounding good. Even when we throw these concerts, like. You know what I mean? Rappers hit me up like, bro, I'll get on the show. Bro, and then I'll look and like, bro, you're not even dropping music right now.
Come on now.
Just because you rap don't mean I'm about to put you on a fucking stage. Like, and then I look crazy if you go up there and fucking look, who is this? You know, whose man is this?
Come
like,
on
you know
now,
what I'm saying?
like-
So it don't be, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't be doing it, like, again, people might call that gatekeeping, but it's not. Like,
It's not.
You gotta know.
I
like,
call it a filter.
yeah, because some shit I ain't ready for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when it comes to shows, I've done shows from arenas to festivals. You can put me on any stage. Like, I'm not, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm good on any stage. But that's just like, for instance, my fucking nephew is Lil Wayne's personal assistant, right? He just sent me a record recently. He's trying to get me in Twist on a record. And I'm thinking, like, in my head, I'm thinking, like, down the line, like, what if I got on a record with Wayne? Am I ready for that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but I gotta think it like that thought's gotta go through your
That's
head.
some real shit, bro.
You know, if you being real with yourself.
Life,
You
bro.
know what I'm saying? Like, but some shit I just feel like some niggas, I wasn't ready for some shit back in the day. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times I've been invited to those shows. I'm not even performing. But you know how many times I was on a tour with Mac and I never opened for him? One time I was gonna open for him on a tour. This is how I learned the business. He something happened. I don't remember off the top of my head. And he's like, I'm like, man, if you ever get an opportunity to open, I'd love to open for you in Cincy. We were in Chicago. It was the first night he performed on MTV, like live on MTV. And he like, yeah, I'll see what I can do. So the next night we in Indianapolis, that same night from the story I told you before.
Yep.
And they're like, him and the tour manager called me on the bus, on the back of one of the buses. And again, I'm like, fuck, did I do something? Like, I feel like I'm going to the principal's office. They're like, yo, Mac talked. He was talking. I guess he had called his manager, and he's like, "I tried to get you added to the show in Cincy, but they won't let me do it because it's Bogart's in the Live Nation venue."
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck this means at the time. Now I do.
Yeah.
You got to be insured on these tours. Like, you got to be insured, like, on the tour. I ain't really supposed to be riding the tour bus.
Type shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
But he's so cool. He like, if something happened, I'm not going to sue the nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he like, I'm thinking in my head, well, this is his tour. How the fuck he just can't add somebody? Nah, nigga. That ain't how it
don't
goes.
work
It's a
like
business, my nigga. So he would have to fight with Live Nation I'm like, man, you don't got to do that. I was like, just the fact that you put in that phone call and attempt it is enough for me. And I was like, just shout me out in front of my city. He did it the next night. I got it on video too. And he did it the next night. That's the same night they pulled me on the side and they're like, yo, stand right here. Like,
okay,
I used to be the
man.
nigga that used to be Big Dave, and me and Big Dave was like the same age. So we click more, you know what I mean? Like, they younger and they ain't the 18, 19, 20 wilding the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wild with him, but it's the point. I'm like 30 at the time.
Yeah, you
I'm
know
like,
what you're doing. Like,
yeah, I'm tired. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm hanging with Big Dave. Big Dave will be like nudging me, like, you see the girl in the blue, you see the girl in the stripes, go get them. So I got to go down in the pit, pull girls over to the backstage area.
damn.
That are like freaking
That's a
out.
good job.
That was my job on tour. So they're like, and I used to have to ID people, bitches on the bus. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which when I first started doing that, I'm like, oh, this makes sense.
Yeah.
I know why they do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or show up with their girls. Hey, can we get on the bus? Like, man, we don't let dudes on the bus.
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
got some weed or something. Like, motherfucker pull out an ounce and be like, can we see it? Like, oh, that's dope. Like, what? Can we... we can hide this, or you want us to buy it? Dude, they trying to get on the bus.
Yeah.
Keep it, bro. You know how much shit we
Come
can
on,
get,
man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
your side hustle. I got, and that's what I be saying, man. If you around motion, you can create motion,
Yeah.
man. You don't have to
and the
leech off
niggas
the
with
person.
the motion notice it.
Exactly.
Here's another story. When I was on tour in Europe with Ghostface, before you were responsible to get from point A to point B. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can come open up on these shows, but you got to get around yourself. Like,
Come on, man.
so I'm like, all right, find out what every hotel that they're gonna be in on these dates. We gonna be in the same hotel.
Yeah.
I booked all the fucking hotels. How we getting from city to city? Oh, we need other flights, blah, blah, blah. We booked everything. So when we out there, Ghost and them notice that they don't have to say anything to us.
Yeah.
Do you know the flight leave is blah, blah, blah to go to Greece in the morning? Oh, we already booked. We good.
Yeah.
They start saying like, hey, Tino and DW on they shit. Like, cause they like, yo, niggas will come out here and not be all the way in Europe. And now how they flight book for the next fucking place. Like,
Come
you know
on,
what I'm
man.
saying?
And
Like,
that's irresponsibility, bro.
bro, it's little fucking things like that. And then obviously we on stage killing it every night. And they know that, like, I know how to put on a show. This is what I do.
You
like,
less of a headache,
they
bro.
don't gotta worry about niggas.
Come
So
on,
that
man.
turned into, we in Greece one night in the van. Ghost take us to just like a gyro spot, like real deal. We in Greece,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
We in Athens. He in the van, like, word. I keep hearing y'all niggas killing, cause like we going on right before him, so he don't really see us perform.
Type
like,
shit.
He in the dressing room, you know what I mean? So he like, word. I keep hearing y'all niggas killing them shits, like that high energy shit. Like he's like, I fuck with that shit. He's like, man, like moving forward, like all my solo tours, like I want y'all niggas to come open up for me, like
See?
just like that.
See?
You know what I'm saying?
He ain't got to worry about nothing, man.
Right, because
That's
we gonna
fire.
fuck it up. We gonna even the littlest things like this. Every show you're opening up for a big act like that, and you're on stage, you shout that artist out.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, y'all ready for blah blah blah?
Yeah, get them hype.
But I know that I learned these things being on the road with Mac though.
Yeah.
Just night after night, watching. Like a lot of shit I do now, I got from watching Mac. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so when people who are a little farther ahead in the game see you, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly. Okay, let me go back a little bit, man. Cause
Yeah,
it's cool. What school did you go to, bro? Because you so well spoken. I ain't gonna lie. Like a lot of artists, they give me one word answers, and a lot of younger artists. I ain't gonna say
sure.
like and.
It's the Chief Keef, like the early Chief Keef.
Yes, bro.
interviews,
Yes.
300.
So, and I noticed that you well spoken. Like, so where does that come from?
I always been. My mother said I've been talking since I was fucking born. So I've always had to get the gap.
Yeah.
Before I was an artist, before I was a rapper, I always got myself out of trouble from talking myself out of it.
Yeah.
Making jokes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I always been that. Well spoken, I used to get made fun of for that. Oh, you talk like a white boy. And cool, whatever. But my mother taught me young when I called my mother. I think we all as black people catch our mothers or fathers on the phone at some point. And we like, why are you talking like a white person? And they be like, you gotta know. My mom told me you gotta know how to talk to these white people. So I think there's something stuck in my head, and I just never wanted to be like going to a white school. I never wanted to scare white people.
Yeah.
And then I realized that doesn't matter. Like they're gonna, like they'll turn on you in a minute.
Yeah.
And I think this is why I like start getting a lot of tattoos and shit. Because I like want people to kind of judge me, and then when I speak, it's night and day.
Yeah,
dude.
fuck
like,
you up.
I literally watch people turn. Like, you know what I mean? Like they kind of look at me like,
Yeah.
then they get to talking to me and realize like, all right, I kind of like I ain't gonna sit here and say I'm an intelligent person, but I ain't stupid.
Yeah,
like,
you ain't
know, I'm
stupid.
So you know what I'm saying? Like I like kind of like turning people's heads like that. Like, oh wait a minute, he ain't what I thought he was just based off of looks. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Do you read?
No. I mean, I have to. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
When I was younger, but I can't sit here and say like, oh, I read books on Nietzsche. I am a movie buff.
Okay, then
So
what's your favorite movie?
I don't really have a favorite movie because I've seen.
Well, what type of genre?
Yeah, you
I
could
should
ask
say.
me every genre. I don't know. I kind of like artistic films, like
Okay.
ones that like you want more of a dialogue, make you think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ones that might end on a cliffhanger where you have to come up with a conclusion on your mind, like you know
Word,
what I'm saying.
word.
So, I mean, but I'm a Marvel head. I'll tell you that much. Like comic books, yes, I read comic books a lot. Growing up. So I'm a comic book nerd. So like all the movies and my entire basement is like marbled out, like you know my man cave and shit. So like that, but I'm more of I'm a conversationalist and I am a people person to the point where I like am comfortable around anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I like to be around people who I wouldn't necessarily like. You wouldn't think I would be around. Like I got a homegirl in London who I met on tour. And we talk all the time, and she's like super intellectual.
Yep.
She's British, you know what I'm saying?
Type
but
shit.
we be having these like super intellectual conversations just about life, art. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like I'm just an artist, man. Like I'm a nerd. Like really.
I think I got that trait because I'm a barber by trade.
Yeah.
So I come across all type of walks of life,
Right.
and I think that's why I do good with this.
Right.
I think that's why I think I got a niche in this because
sure.
I talk to all walks of life. I just talk all day.
Yeah, and I think that's what even how I am politically. I think that come about because I have lived with all types of people.
Mm-hmm.
From living in New York City, living in Los Angeles, and just being around different cultures, and just I'm never shied away from. Like I've always been fascinated with Mexican culture in LA. And even when I was young, I was watching movies like Blood In, Blood Out and Mi Vida Loca and shit like that. And then now all my friends, like I have friends from LA, and I tell them this all the time. They're Mexican. I'm like, yo, bro, you know, like the 12-year-old me?
Yeah.
I'll be in like Compton. You know what I'm saying? South Central. I'm like, how the fuck I get? Because I used to watch all this shit on TV.
Yeah.
Even when I lived in LA, I lived in Long Beach at the time, and I used to take the blue line from the last stop in Long Beach to Vernon Ave in South Central and skateboard from Vernon Ave to Crenshaw. And my boy would be like, how the fuck you get down here? I'm like, I skateboarded. And he's like, well, you know how many fucking gang neighborhoods you just stayed through? I'm like, they don't be bothering skateboarders, which they don't for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? I never, living in LA, I only got pressed once. I don't even call it pressed. But some dude, it was a gang member because we were shooting a video in Long Beach. And my cousin's from LA, and he's like, we were using my little cousin in the video as like a younger version of me.
Okay.
And we in this neighborhood in Long Beach, and my cousin goes, hey, this is an Asian Crip neighborhood. I'm like, what? I'm like, that don't even make sense. Like an Asian cousin. I'm from Ohio, so like, that's
none
wild.
of it makes sense.
He knows because he's from LA. He like, you know, real deal. This is an Asian Crip neighborhood. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm like, that's weird because I like them niggas confused. I'm a little scared of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, the motherfucker confused to do anything. You know what I mean? So mind you, we got a fucking $40,000 fucking movie camera out there. This fucking car circling the block. And my cousin like, that car keeps circling the block. I'm like, all right, let's hurry up and get out of here. Sure enough, these 2 dudes and this girl walking down the street, Asian dudes. They're like, yo, what y'all doing? Like we shooting a video. We ain't gonna be here long. Like, you know what I'm saying? We keeping it cool with them. Like they like, word, yeah, that's cool. Like, y'all hurry up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all really ain't supposed to be around here like that. Like, we like, all right, cool. And I'm like, sure enough, then like maybe a year later, I'm watching a fucking Vice Land, whatever documentary.
Episode, yeah.
Some Asian Crip rapper from Long Beach. I'm like, yo, that's literally what my cousin was fucking saying. And sure enough, they're like all through the neighborhood. We shot the video in, and I'm like, that was really
LA, man, this is own world out there. I never been nowhere further than Vegas.
Oh, really?
So yeah, I never been further than Vegas.
Yeah, LA is own world, but even like New York, man, mind your business. Nobody's gonna bother you. One time when I lived there, I was taking. So my boy, Mexican, same dude I was talking about. He's a DJ, and he was DJing at a spot called Kanye Rum Bar downtown LA, and we used to go to. He come down there all the time. It's a fucking members only spot. But he'd get me in free drinks all night. Like, we'd always go down there and party on Saturdays. So, but I'm taking the train from Long Beach, and LA public transit, they don't run all night like New York.
Okay.
They shut down at 2 a.m. So, mind you, my stop in Long Beach is the last stop in Long Beach. Downtown LA is the last stop in LA. So, you're literally taking one end of the train to the other.
Damn.
So, I have to leave the party by 1:30 and catch the last train out, or I will miss the train and I'm fucked. So I leave the party. But on this particular train, during the day they're doing some construction. So they'll make you get off. They have a shuttle bus, and they'll take you. You get on the shuttle bus and you drive down the track where you were really getting off. They just take you to the next stop.
Yep.
So at night I'm like, oh, they probably ain't working. They just probably pass through this shit. Because in New York, that's what they'll do. Like, they'll just go through it. Mm-hmm. I'm going on the train. I'm going home. That motherfucker say, last stop, Compton. The fuck? It's fucking 2:30 in the morning. I'm like, fuck, man. I get out the train. I'm like, shit. I'm thinking there's going to be a bus out there. Ain't no bus. 2 dudes on the platform. One dude got a bandage around his face. His blood seeping out of it. They walk up on me instantly. I got a backpack. They like, hey, you got a iPhone? I'm like, oh, here we go. Yeah, like, I'm ready. I'm not ready to get down. They like, no. Like, you got a charger? I got one in my bag, but I'm like, nah, I ain't got time. Yeah, I'm not going in my bag in front of these niggas. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? In my mind, that's what they want me to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of like put some distance between me and the two. I'm sitting here waiting on a bus. Then a fucking city bus pulls up like an hour later. Mind you, it's like 3:30 now.
Damn.
The city bus opened the door. He see all 3 of us. He go, oh, no, I'm doing something else. Close the door and leaves.
Oh, man.
I'm like, what the
nah.
fuck? I look at these niggas. I say, yo, that's normal? Like, they're like, nah, that's wild. Like, so we kind of get cool off of that. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, all right, so I feel a little more at ease. Then I'm kind of walking around the platform a little bit. I kind of like do one of these. Like, I'm at a fucking police station the entire time. The fucking train don't start back up till 5:30. So I sat there from fucking 3:30 to 5:30 in the morning.
Life.
Didn't get back home to fucking Long Beach till 7:30. Like, I left downtown LA at 1:30 a.m. I got home at 7 o'clock in the morning. Like,
bro, that's crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie.
I love it. It's always an adventure. I always feel like I'm in fucking what is that video game? Fucking San Andreas.
Man. But you seem like a real intentional artist that like really care about your craft, you feel me?
Yeah.
Explain your intentions behind your creativity.
So a lot of it is the traveling. Like I get a lot of inspiration from the traveling, from living in LA, from living in New York, from living here. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to. I've always felt like it's hard to pinpoint my style. Mm-hmm. Like nobody can really. Like yeah, I'm a rapper. I rap. Like don't get me wrong. Like
Word.
I'm an MC first. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also a songwriter. I'm also a producer. You know what I'm saying? So, and I feel like I have a distinct voice.
Yep.
And so you really can't say I sound like anyone, which turns into you really can't really pinpoint my style because I can kind of do anything.
Exactly. Exactly. Nah, I agree with that. Absolutely. In your song
hip hop
structure,
is the base of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Like, so your song structure, you know, your video production, like it's just super creative. Absolutely.
That comes from being a movie buff. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I more or less direct all my videos and even if somebody else was quote unquote directing it, I wrote the treatment and I kind of came up with the vision for it. A lot of the shit, like one of my best, more popular videos is Gone, which is me recreating a Sandlot. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah, that was fire.
It was a base. So I was coming home from somewhere one day and I was coming through the Lido Tunnel. And when you come through the Lido Tunnel, you see the stadium. And on the side of the stadium, it says round 30 headed for home, which is a Joe Nuxall quote. When Joe Nuxall, if you grew up in the 90s, listening to the Reds on 700 WOW, Joe Nuxall, that was his call-off sign. He would say that at the end of that game, like, and that was he's basically telling his wife, like, I'm done working, I'm headed home. Round 30, headed home. Like, so they put that, when they built that stadium, they put it up on the wall. Like, if it's on the third base line, and I'm passing that.
Yeah, I noticed that. That was my first job working at the Red Stadium.
Oh, word? So I'm passing that one day. I'm like, I could turn that into a hook.
Yeah,
it's gonna get baseball placement. So, I can't think of it off the top of my fucking head. Round 30, headed home. I'm swinging for the fences. I'm going, or whatever.
Yeah.
So I wrote that, and I'm like, I could use that, and the baseball motherfuckers are picking up. Sure enough, I was getting baseball placements on that shit the day it dropped, like it was on fucking Bally Sports and shit.
Word.
You know what I mean? So,
I ain't gonna lie, like, you so versatile, but you real good at making, like, stadium anthems.
I think that's a lot of the production. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Of course, yes, it's the writing because there's a formula to it. Like, I call it Rocky music.
Okay. Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
It's the
because I can work out to your music.
It's workout music. I get paid so much money from Peloton because you can go on Peloton right now, type in, like, you can pick music you want, type in my name, a bunch of my music in Peloton, like on the classes. Like, you know what I'm saying?
See,
like,
shit like that, like, niggas don't be knowing, bro.
I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just started going back to that story with the dude with the management contract. He knew I was about to get all these checks. So he wanted me to sign this contract, so now I'm obligated to pay him 20% of everything. Yeah. Show money, merch money.
You was in a 360
money.
deal.
He was trying to get me to a 360 deal with management.
That's crazy.
But shout out to my lawyer. You know what I'm saying? He like, yo, this is to protect him.
Like, so how did you come about, like, making that type of music? Like, did you be like, all right, I figured, like, I can do the syncs. So shit, let me.
The label I'm signed to is specifically designed for sync music. Like, that's what we do.
Got you.
So out of sight, who was the founder of the label, he was already doing a bunch of syncs. Like I said, I'd hear him in movies. Like, fuck, like, I'd be so amazed, or I'd be in like a Gap and hear, like, bro, I just heard your music in a fucking Gap. Like, so he was already in the game. And 2020 is kind of where it kind of took off. And I got in right. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't 100% sure. So as far as the writing go, from being familiar with him and also hearing things on TV commercials, I kind of knew. So when they signed me because they knew I could write records while I didn't cuss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And make them sound cool to where you don't even realize I'm not cussing in the records. You know what I'm saying? So I realized the formula. The formula is, it's got to be triumphant. You got to be basically writing from an underdog's perspective. I started here and now I'm here.
Yeah.
And it's in the production. All that shit you hear on TV. Like, sometimes I hear something on TV, I'm like, oh, fuck, why ain't I fucking think of that one?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know the formula. And I, like, you know what I mean? And so a lot of it is a production, but the writing part, I know it's a lot of it's hyperbole. And it's sports hyperbole.
Yeah.
Break a Sweat. I got a song that's one of the Peloton songs.
Yeah.
Which I'm breaking a sweat now. But there's a song, I Ain't Even Break a Sweat. Like, that's a hyperbole that, you know what I'm saying? Somebody be like, I ain't even break a sweat.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I can turn that into a hook. Round the third and headed home. Oh, I can turn that into a hook. So I just find hyperboles. You know what I'm saying? Like, that are sports related or champion training related. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, hell
you know what I'm saying?
I get it.
And
I understand
that coupled with the production and me realizing, okay, I just write. So when I used to write songs back in the day, I'm like, I didn't even cuss in it. And I didn't realize I cuss more in my everyday life than I do my music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? don't get me wrong, my rap shit, I'm cussing
Because your intentions.
I'm fully expressing myself
Yes.
there. This, I'm in a box per se. It's not a bad box.
Yeah.
Because it makes me money. Like, it bought me a house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bought me a few cars. Like, so it's not a bad box to be in. But sometimes I get bored.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
I'm an artist. You know what I mean? Like, you want to keep. Sometimes I hate to say this on camera, but sometimes I do feel like I'm writing the same record over again, but in different ways.
That's all it is.
You know what I'm saying?
That's all
but
it is.
At the end of the day, it don't matter because in that instance, it can be picked up for anything.
Absolutely.
That tone of the record can be picked up for a movie, but then you got another song that may be picked up for a sports show. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I just realized, it's just a formula. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
I sneeze those songs. Like, at this point, I don't even really write them down anymore. I just kind of memorize them in my head.
Like, getting this insight from you, it almost give me like more hope for like, cause I had a conversation about 30-plus-year-old rappers and stuff like that, and they try to shit on it, but when you get insight like that, if people still creative at 30 plus,
bro,
it's other avenues.
All the top rappers are in their 30s or 40s anyway.
But they wouldn't act like
I
or
just toured the fucking Europe with Ghostface Killer, who's
Come
in
on,
his
man.
50s.
Come on,
Granted,
man.
he's in Wu-Tang Clan, but he's one of the most popular members in the Wu-Tang Clan. He is selling out. He's still touring.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And we the only genre who do the ageism thing.
Uh-huh.
Ozzy Osbourne and them just did their last show with Black Sabbath, and that's just because he old as dirt. He may be in his fucking 70s. You know what I'm saying? And they're still fucking touring, and, they still getting that love. And I just think somewhere down the line, because even back in the day, I was victim of it too, because I used to tell myself if I'm not on by 30, I quit. I start getting popular at 27, 28. I'm like, God got a sense of humor. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, oh, I would get on now right before when I said I was going to quit. You know what I mean? And then I remember asking out of sight a long time ago. And I'm like, man, am I too old to do this?
Right.
I even asked, who did I ask? I asked Ellen Pomeo's husband the same thing. And they're like, music is forever. Like, as long, you know what I mean? Like, I don't come from no perspective of a 43-year-old. My perspective is of a 43-year-old who's traveled the world, done what I do, but not a 43-year-old who gets up and goes to work every day and works his job. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And people, I think a lot of artists misunderstand what that means, like that part of it, because they not telling their actual story. I think that's why some of them don't succeed, because they're not telling their actual story.
They're afraid to, because you get caught up in that tough guy shit.
Yeah.
I don't got one. Now, when I say I ain't a tough guy, I don't mean you're not gonna play me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like you're just gonna do nothing to me, like without something. I'm gonna stand up for myself. Like, it's not that. You know what I mean? Don't ever get that twisted. But niggas get caught up in this tough guy box.
Yeah.
I've never had to do that.
Word.
I'm here to have fun. Before I was married, I'm here to fuck bitches, and when I was younger, I'm here to do drugs, and this is about fun for me. You know what I'm saying? Being tough all fucking day, my nigga, like, that's gotta be exhausting.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I can be myself. I'm comfortable.
That's
in my
gotta
own
be
skin.
exhausting.
I am Santino, like, so who the fuck I'm gonna be? Like, I can't be nobody else but this. Like, and I always felt like it would take more energy to try to be something that I'm not than to just fucking be myself.
Exactly.
And my story's already cool. I just gotta translate that into the music. You know what I mean? I already got stories for days. Like,
that's a great explanation on that point, for sure.
Put it in music, man. That's one thing I learned from the manager at Idea Fire. He always say, put it in the music. Like,
and that's a great.
And I could tell you even in songs where when I'm talking, that Gone song is actually a diss song to him.
Type shit.
I'm telling, I made it out the trenches. I can't think of the lyrics right now, but I'm literally saying I'm telling him, like, I'm gone. Like, you can't hold me back anymore. You know what I'm saying? That's really what that song's about. Yeah, it's baseball.
Yeah.
You may first hear it, but I hear it, I'm like, I know what I'm doing. I'm talking to bruh.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But I just put it in the music, but I'll put it in a vague way where the average person may not really know what I'm talking about, but I'm blowing off some steam. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I'm doing it on a record like you know what I'm saying? Like, you think like this is a diss
That's
record?
a creative way to do it.
I don't even think my label knows that.
What they do now.
They do now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah. That song is literally me telling him, like, I'm sorry, that's what I said. I'm swinging for the fences. I made it out. I'm not going out the park. You know, I made it out the trenches. They hated from the start, but no, I made me a commitment. I left them in the dark, but no, I made the right decision.
Yeah, come on
I do it
now.
with precision, avoiding all collisions on the road to riches. All I do is handle business. Like, I'm talking to him like I avoided this collision with him. You know what I'm saying? And back to the emotion part, we could have crashed. I could have crashed out, but I took a step back. But the younger me wouldn't have done that. The younger me would have crashed out. Now when I do crash out, I got people around me, and I'm like, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Because I'm on the verge of crashing out, and I don't want to crash out and be wrong. So if my friends are like, nah, I see what you're seeing, it's crash out time. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's me
life.
having to, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
hell yeah. Speaking of management, would you ever manage an artist?
Not now.
Well, like at any point.
If I got to a point financially where I could not slow up, but where I would be like, all right, I made enough money to where I don't have to do this anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not at that point. I'm really not where I wanted to be anyway. Like, that's another thing with this. I am never satisfied. The biggest thing could happen for me, and I'm like, I'm making ways in my head to why, making excuses for my success. I've been getting out of that the last 3 or 4 years, but for a while I didn't even acknowledge my success. Kendrick Lamar's got a song called Fear, and he talks about fear at 7, fear at 17, and fear at 27. Fear at 27, he talks about how he's doing 30 shows a month and he still won't buy him no Lexus. Because he's afraid that if I go start spending this money, then all of this shit is gonna stop. I used to be afraid I'd wake up one day and not know how to rap no more. Like,
okay.
What the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hell yeah.
So it's that, like, I was scared to acknowledge my success for a long time because I felt like once I do that, God is gonna be like, pull the rug from me. You know what I'm saying?
That's like a superstition because, like, you must be like a real humble person. Like, you feel me? Because
I try at least. You know what I'm saying? I never been.
Well, not braggadocious.
Not in my music when I need to be. When somebody, only time I really like that is you try to play me.
Yeah.
And you try to put me in something like you ain't what you think you are type of thing. Then I'm going to give you that version of me. But any other time, this shit makes me uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about it now because we're in this setting. Some people would be like, "Oh, Tino's a rapper." I'm like, "Yo, bro, chill." Like,
like I ain't gonna lie. Like when you first got out the car and walked up, like you wasn't like. You know how loud some guys is. Like, you came out normal. Like, you feel me? Player.
It's my job. You
Come
know what
on
I'm saying?
now.
Like, it's a wonderful job. Like, I don't got to work in an office, but it's a job for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's who I am. I always say, so my last name's Lambert. Sometimes I'm like, I forgot who Santino Lambert is sometimes. Sometimes when I go to sign my name on shit, I start to sign Corleon from being used to signing autographs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
damn, I never heard that before.
so sometimes I'm like, damn, like, I've been this person for so long. Like, sometimes I got to think, like, oh, yeah, I'm actually Santino Lambert.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's who I am. I'm not pretending about shit. You know what I'm saying? Some people back in the day used to be like, my personality kind of out there. So people thought I was like, faking. You know what I mean? And then they'd be like, get to know me and be like, bro, at first I thought you was just kind of like, you acted like that. Like, just to be like, oh, this is who I am, bro.
Yeah, nah, that's like a perception. That's somebody projecting. That's all 100%. That is.
I didn't, back in the day, I used to not realize that either. Like, I'd have people be like, yo, such and such jealous of you. I'm like, jealous of what? Like, I'm broke. I ain't got shit. They jealous of my energy.
Yeah, that's
you know
what it is. That's exactly what it is.
I got older and realized that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of so-called friends that I done had to cut off and all that because I realized, like, yo, they trying to drain me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know that before. And my problem, I don't say it's a problem, but I try to be cool with everybody.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes that can get you in trouble. You know what I mean? And then once that started getting me in trouble locally with people, and I don't mean in trouble in the sense of, like, I don't know, like trouble.
Yeah.
Just meaning like
feuds.
feuds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just started I become more reserved. So the more successful I become, the more introverted I become. And I've always been an extrovert. So like I'm an antisocial extrovert. So I say like when I'm here, I'm in the house, bro.
I 100% agree with that, bro. Like being around people all day, it kind of do that to you,
drains you, you know what
a
I'm
little
saying?
bit. Like knowing like 1,000, like just knowing too many people can kind of drain you for real.
Even where I live. So in my neighborhood, like I live in Kentucky, so people know me in Kentucky. Don't get me wrong, but in my the school system and like the sports parents and all that stuff, I don't go into any situation like I'm a rapper. Oh, that's what I do. Nah, because I don't want. I'm not. That's not time for that. Usually, it's about my son, whatever it is going on. So I don't want the attention on me.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying. But then they find out.
Yeah.
And now, and they love it. Like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's cool. But I even tell my wife like now it's I got coach my son's football team. I'm one of the coaches on his team, and I have been for years. So all the kids in the neighborhood know me now. Now I go to the grocery store and they're like, I hear Coach Tino, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I can't even get away in this aspect. You know what I'm saying?
It's everywhere.
I've taken 2 vacations in the last 10 years, one of which was 2 weeks ago.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, I've traveled the world. I don't know what a fucking vacation is. I've been everywhere and nowhere at all. Like, because when we're touring, we go to these places and you don't have time to really do anything.
I absolutely agree with that. Like, I've been a lot of places and never really experienced the place.
When I was in France, our last show was in Paris. The next night, I was supposed to fly back here.
Yeah.
We do the show. I'm like, I didn't even see the fucking Eiffel Tower. Because, like, we had got there, and you got to go straight to this hotel, check in. Then you got to go straight to sound check. Then you got to go back. You may get about an hour nap if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Then you go back to the venue, do that. And then after that, like, it's nighttime and shit. I'm like, I'm in Paris. Like, I didn't even get to do shit. And then I'm like, fuck this. I call the airline, like, how much did it change my flight to the next day? They like $60. I said, shit, I'm staying.
Man.
So the next day, I literally just woke up and explored fucking Paris by myself, bro. Like, went to the Eiffel Tower, went to the Louvre, seen the Mona Lisa.
That's living life right there.
Bro, it was
That's
amazing,
living life.
bro. And then when I always think it's a funny thing about tour. Like, when you tour, when the tour's over, everybody's going to the airport at scattered times because everybody's flight's different. So you've been with these people for however long, then all of a sudden, everybody's going to the airport, but we're going different ways.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So me and DW finally split up because he's flying back to New York. I'm flying back here. So I gotta fly 10 hours to Dallas and then to here. So we split up. I finally get to my gate. I sit down. I start crying like a fucking baby.
Yeah.
Like, it all hit me. Like, I just fucking tour. I just played 5 shows in England, went to Athens, Greece, and Paris, France, like, and killed every show. And I just was bawling in the goddamn Paris airport. Like, and I'm crying in the Paris airport because I just came off a tour. I'm coming home from a tour in Europe. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's real.
That shit hit me. Like, sometimes I don't get those moments. Like, everything happens so fast, and I'm on to the next one. So, like, my thing in my head is like this thing, like, I got to top what I did last time because I can't move backwards. So whatever I just did and whatever huge accomplishment I just accomplished, the next thing's got to be just as equal or bigger.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I don't really get to enjoy the moments before until those little moments where, like, I got to sit down for a second and it was just, all right, I'm flying home now. And it just all kind of fucking came out of me, dude. Like, I try to have those moments because I just try to, because what do they say? It's about the journey. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I take that for granted sometimes, I think, because I'm moving so fast all the time.
And I saw in previous interviews, they say that you said that you made ashtrays and blunt roaches on acid. Mm-hmm. And this is the part of the episode where we talk about real shit. You feel me? Like,
let's go.
So I wanna know, like, was it an addiction or was it like a artist type of thing? Like,
no, not acid.
Because I don't know what that shit is. Okay, I ain't gonna lie.
I'll talk about drugs. So I used
That's
to
funny the
snort
way you put it. Let's
lots
talk
of-
about drugs.
I used to snort lots of cocaine in my 20s, but we were just partying a lot. Like it was just what we did then. I was in New York City. We were taking pills, and I was doing shrooms like in high school though. Like you know what I'm
Type
saying,
shit.
in the early '90s. So like niggas wasn't doing shrooms. Like now niggas do shrooms. But when I was doing shrooms, they go, "You a white boy?"
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Now those same niggas hit me up, bro. Where can I do shrooms? Like what the fuck timeline we in? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
The same niggas that was fucking calling me a white boy. So we always experimented with drugs on some fun shit. Cocaine was the only thing that ever gave me a problem in my mid to late 20s into my early 30s. Psychedelics changed that. I started doing my research. Shrooms, acid, all of those things were originally used as therapeutics to help people curb addictions. So drinking used to be my cocaine trigger. As soon as I drink, get a little buzz, let's go do some coke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Doing acid rewired my brain from that. So now to this day, maybe once every 3 or 4 months, I'll do acid. And I'll just put it. As an artist, I try to absorb everything that I get off of the trip to use in my artistry. That particular time, I did some acid, and I have this beat, and I'm looking down at an ashtray filled with blunt roaches, and that's all I hear in my head. Ashtrays filled with blunt roaches. Man, this shit feels just like a roller coaster. I'm talking about the high now, up and down, round and round. I'm high as fuck, and I ain't coming down.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm describing what I'm feeling.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, I've even done this. Like, I've taken acid and got on an airplane before. Like,
So I know you done came up
I'm
with some
flying
shit.
to LA. Now, I just do things like that because I just want to be in a mind state to where, like, nobody's going to be in this mind state. Let me see what I can get out of it. You know what I'm saying? And I really don't do, like, if I trip, I do it at home normally.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's a personal thing, and I don't want to be, not that I'm like, because I'm not like that. But
Yeah.
I just, like, by nature, I already kind of feel everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can feel the energy in the room. I can feel people's energy. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I've always been like that, but when I'm on acid, that shit is crazier. When Wildin' Out was here, I fucking took acid and went there because I knew it was the only way I was gonna laugh.
Yeah, type shit.
You know what I'm saying? Because like you go in a situation like it's funny.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like I've heard of all this shit before, but on acid it lowers my inhibitions, and I'm like I'm cracking the fuck up. Like, and I don't mean lowering my inhibitions like I'm gonna do something crazy because I'm on this drug, but it relieves you of all that tension and kind of angst. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of go back into this child kind of like state, and it's like everything's funny and everything's fun, and I have a good ass time. But when I'm leaving there, I'm in a room and I'm just with all these niggas, and I don't mean that in a bad way.
I know what you mean.
I'm just like, yo, some shit might go down in here, and I can feel it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know how you regular, you be like, I can feel something. Like, multiply that times 100. You know what I'm saying? So you can feel that energy, and I'm like, I already don't like crowds, so I get claustrophobic. So like, you ever been in the arena?
Yeah.
Everybody leaving them doors. It's like 7 doors that you can leave. So you got like however many thousand people leaving these doors. So I can just feel all this. I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Like,
I hate crowds. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah,
I
I'll
hate
just
crowds.
sit in the house and I'll watch cartoons or I'll watch documentaries and shit, and I'll just get super engulfed in them. And I just want to, maybe someday down the line that I could use that in my writing or how I felt or what I experienced. Like the first time I ever did DMT. Like, I didn't know what it was. Like, I showed up to my dude's house. He's like, yo, this dude we knew. He was like smart as fuck. He was like a chemist. He went to UC and shit. He made DMT himself.
Damn.
And the first time I ever did DMT, I didn't even know what it was. They're like, yo, this DMT, like, it releases in your brain when you fucking die and when you dream. Like, it's natural.
Damn.
It's a psychedelic. I'm like, all right, I'll fucking try it. And they're like, all right, so they put it in a bong. And they're like, it's 3 hits. Nobody ever gets to the 3rd hit. I'm trying to get to the 3rd hit. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy like that. So the first hit is like regular. I take the second hit. I see the smoke coming up the bong, but it turns yellow. I hit it. They pull a slide. I inhale it. Next thing I know, my vision just, everything went kaleidoscope. Like, have you looking at a kaleidoscope?
Yeah.
It looked like that. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm somewhere else. They call this shit crossing over. I cross over into another dimension. Now, everything looks kind of the same, but it's not.
Yeah.
I'm kind of freaked out, so I walk out the room, and it's like a balcony, and I go outside, and it's like middle of the day in Clifton. And I just see beings walking down the street. They don't look like people anymore. I can't even describe to you what they are, what they look like, but I'm in some different realm of this realm, though.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't even explain this shit. Like, and it live, they say, I guess it's like 3 minutes, but it feels like 30, and it does. You know what I'm saying? So after this 3 minutes up, I go back in the room, and then I'm like, dude, what was I doing? And they were like, you just stood there for like, for a minute. Like, I don't remember doing that. In my head, I'm fucking seeing all this other shit. So I'm like, yeah, I ain't never doing that again because I didn't know what to expect. But now I'm like, I want to do it again because now I know what to expect, and now I can get more out of it
Type shit.
because I know what to expect. That first experience was just like, it was mind blowing, bro. Like,
I would have been scared of them motherfuckers.
I'm fascinated with the other side of life and the other things that we don't see, the energy, what is the red string theory, where there's this picture of this person has a picture. It's a picture of them being pushed in a stroller in Disney World when they were a kid, right? It's their dad pushing them. Years later, they meet this girl meets this dude. They get married. Whoopty whoopty wah. She's going through their photo albums one day. They come across the picture, and he's like, what? The dude. He's like, that's me in the picture. In the background of the picture, he's in the stroller being pushed by his father. She's from Florida. He's from Canada. It's called the red string theory. So at one point, they were around each other.
That's crazy.
And they get a picture taken. He's just some person in the background. They meet years later and are married. And they don't find this out. Like, shit like that. Like, that shit fucking...
That's my first time ever hearing about that.
That's what I mean. Like, it's more to life than this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And all of the situations that I've wound up in, I'm like, it's divine intervention.
Absolutely.
You can't even explain it sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So I think sometimes I use the psychedelics to try to get in tune with that.
I heard you.
And it helped me curve old addictions and shit. And it's just a therapeutic thing with me. Just like people microdose. I don't really microdose. What I do is I'll do a lot and then trip my ass off. And then the next 2 days is a microdose because I've done so much. It's just kind of, I just taper down. But it's not like, dude, I feel my wife's always like this. Like when I'm, be aggravated or something.
Yeah.
Like, you need to fucking trip or something. Because it just, she'll say, you're so nice when you're on acid. I'm like, hey, I'm like bubbly as fuck. Like, and I know, like, oh, I see the difference in myself to where, because I got this wall up all the time. You know what I'm saying? And it removes that wall. And that's what it is. Sometimes I'm like, you got to remember who you are without that wall up.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
That's why I do that shit.
So you said Cincinnati, this the most, like, I don't know if you use the word lit or whatever, like this the most vibrant you seen in Cincinnati music scene, right? Yeah, the scene. Like what was your take on that? Like,
so like we were saying before, I'm not a gangster rapper, right? Before 06, 05, 06, it was like me and Bugs who speed Walton now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me and Bugs were the alternative rappers.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, we skateboarded and we were the rock stars. Like, I always took on that rock star persona. Because I knew, like, and this is pre-Wayne. Like, I was already a skater. And we were always wearing Vans and skinny jeans. So my black friends was like, nigga, you just like a white boy.
Yeah.
Until Wayne starts fucking rapping about Vans. And then one summer, they're all, where you get your Vans from?
I used to do that all the time. Like, I was the guy wearing Vans and DCs and all that shit, but I was listening to street shit.
Street shit too, but I also I got Jimi Hendrix tattooed on my chest, so I'm a music buff as well.
Yep.
Like I grew up listening to everything, so that's a lot of where my versatility in music comes from because I've never just been pinpointed down to rap music. You know what I'm saying? And even now, I don't listen to rap music because one, I'm doing this shit all day. I'm not like when I get in my car, bro. I got on 51 to groove. Like,
Come on now. Come on now.
Why you listen? I'm like, this is fucking music.
Yeah.
Like, this is my parents' music. You know
Come
what I'm
on
saying?
now. I understand it
You know
100%.
what I mean? Like, Prince is one of my favorite artists of all time. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's where a lot of that versatility comes from. But me and Bugs were like, in my head, like, yeah, we had hip hop because we had Mood and Tech and all that. But it was more gangster rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like, K. Riley was a street rapper.
Yep.
Cross is a street rapper.
Yep.
Kenny P was a street rapper. Showtime was a street rapper.
Shout out all them.
All of them, you know what I'm saying? And so me and Bugs were like the only one. But now I feel like I helped open that door to where you could just be yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? There weren't really many of us before me. And now I feel like there's a whole genre. You got Too Rich Benji. You got Sudi Mac. You got Devin Burgess. You got that whole eclectic kind of part of the scene.
Yeah.
It's eclectic black people.
And like Siri.
Yeah, Siri
Money.
too.
Yep.
That whole they're a whole collective. I feel like that was not a thing. We didn't have that when I was
type shit.
It was just me, but I stood out because it was just me amongst all these other niggas who was doing that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But now I just feel like, and everybody, you know, even Oski Isaiah is another one of my favorite. Like, it's more of us. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
I'm in that. I'm blessed to even be my age and then be kind of out of my era, but they still fuck with me. Like I'm honored by that because I feel like we like the cool nerd kids. Like,
Yeah,
you know
word.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Do you think you misunderstood?
1,000%.
In what way?
In the black audience, more.
Okay.
I'm my wife's wife, so I feel like, well, he fuck with white girls. Like, I don't know why that matters. So you know what I'm saying?
Word.
Like you said, the way you talk, like, you know what I'm saying? So that throws a lot of people out, especially niggas in the street. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
my bad for cutting you off real quick because it just came in my mind. Do you think it's probably coming on her end too? Like, she fuck with black dudes?
Nah, cause we are complete opposites. Like,
okay,
she's like the most wholesome fucking. You wouldn't even know she was married to a rapper. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's not rah-rah. She definitely ain't one of them white girls that act hood because I don't fuck with that. Like,
type shit.
But nah, like, we're complete opposites. We balance each other out. Like, I need her to balance me out. So it's always rock star life over here. Like, and now I'm a dad, so I got that balance. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And but no, I think in that. Cause I'm pro-black as fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't play that shit.
Yeah.
I ain't playing my white friends calling me, saying nigger around me, none of that. Like, I'm not on that shit. So I think I misunderstood because a lot of people say, well, you can't be pro-black if you marry outside the race, which I don't believe because, like, we talking about who I love, not versus who I am. When I'm out on these streets, I'm a nigga. Especially with all these fucking tattoos and chains, like, one of these white people see me on the street. Again, back to how I talk and how I present myself. Yeah, you gonna see this, but as soon as you talk to me, I'm like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying?
The approach is different.
Right. So I think I misunderstood in that way. But at the same time, it's like, yo, bro, I'm all that shit that niggas done been through in the streets. I've been through it too. You know what I'm saying? Like sharing an apartment with the roaches, running and having to run from shootouts. All that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Selling drugs. Like, I've done it all. Like, but what's the point of me sitting up here and fucking talking about that shit?
Yeah,
like,
hell yeah.
The shit that I've done outside of that is way more entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you get me in that setting and I gotta go jump on a record and talk about this shit, I can do it and it's gonna be 100%. I'm not capping at all.
You ain't perfect.
I ain't gonna cap. I come from that era you can't cap in your rap. What Hov say? Couldn't talk about it if you ain't live it. Like, we grew up on that.
Yeah.
So I just like, all right, I can't, like, I gotta talk about this shit.
Word.
I can even talk about it from a first person perspective, even from a perspective of the person doing the drugs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've always wanted to get every perspective because that's going to help me as a writer.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm not saying go out and do a bunch of drugs. Like,
Yeah.
I went through a bunch of fucking bullshit and had to get myself up out of that, growing up and going adolescence and learning who I was. But I made something positive out of it because I got something out of it, meaning like I know who I am, what I'm capable of, what I'm not capable of.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. So on this show, it's called Brick by Brick Podcast. And I like to ask each and every artist, what does brick by brick mean to you? I mean, because you've been an artist who had ups and downs, who been through the storm and everything, been signed, still signed. And I like to ask each artist, what do they think, what brick by brick mean to them?
Man, brick by brick, I think it's in the name. It's self-explanatory. Like, this thing is baby steps. Again, going back to what we were saying before, you guys only see the end result. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of bricks. For every fucking yes I get, I got 100 no's. You know what I'm saying? Those no's are still bricks that's going to ultimately build this wall or a path. Let's say a path, not a wall.
Yep.
It's going to build a path for me to go down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some days, of course we want the path to go straight, but it's never going to be that. You know what I'm saying? So brick by brick is just everything that you got to go to in order to get to your ultimate goal to to get to the end of the path.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Each brick represents another step, you know what I mean, towards your ultimate goal.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure. And my last question to Santino Corleon, looking back on your career, what would you say you would change?
Nothing.
Ooh.
Nothing.
Ooh.
And here's why. Back to the fame, chasing the fame shit. When I think we all do that in the beginning. It's not. So when I say, like, you shouldn't be chasing that, I think we kind of all do it by nature in the beginning. But I wouldn't change a thing because every negative thing that I went through is the reason why I'm here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I learned a long time ago it's about how you react to things. Bad things are going to happen. Newton's theory is whatever that can go wrong will. When I'm doing events and all that shit, one thing is going to happen. It may be some little shit, it may be some big shit, but it's going to happen.
Facts.
How are you going to react when that said things happen? Are you going to react in a negative way? Are you going to chalk it all up? Bag it out, I'm done. Or are you going to use that as a challenge and say, hey, all right, let's get around this. And then once we get around it and we complete the task, we look back like, damn, that fucked up, but we still got it done. Like, you know what I'm saying? I get more enjoyment out of that.
Okay.
A lot of the times than I do completing the mission.
Word.
You know
Nah,
what
I
I'm
feel
saying?
that. I feel that.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure.
It's especially like put on shows is a real good example because there's always gonna be like something's gonna get thrown at you. Especially doing show. Like one thing I learned, like when we put on these concerts here, it's so much work, but I'd rather be on tour because nobody know who I am. I just show up as a rapper.
Yeah, just show
You know
out.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
It's got to rap, and then after that, I got to mingle with the crowd, follow new people to follow me online.
Yeah.
Whatever. Here, I got to curate the show. I got to
Promote.
host. People are, where should I park?
Yeah, you the
What
businessman
fuck?
at that point.
You know what I mean? Like, so, but those little, yeah. What should I wear? What the fuck? If you was going to a Beyonce concert,
You would know this shit
you
already.
you know what I mean? But yeah. So I like getting around those little fucking monkey wrenches. You know
I
what
heard
I'm saying?
you.
Like,
I heard
because
you.
I'm like, yo, that's why I say everything in this is designed for you to quit. If you're not fucking, you got to be built for this shit. And if you're not, these things that's going to pop up, you're going to quit.
Yeah, hell yeah, hell
I'm
yeah.
gonna be like, nah, fuck that. Like, how are we gonna get out over there? 'Cause none of it is. Let's say, I don't want to say life threatening, but for lack of a better term, life threatening, meaning it ain't gonna kill you. The hard work ain't gonna kill you.
I
You know
heard
what I'm saying?
you.
Like, it may be agonizing sometimes. It may be fucking mundane and draining, but what the fuck I'm gonna do? Go be an electrician? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
especially, bro, I've been at the point of no return for so long. Like, I can't stop this and go do something else.
Come
You know
on
what I'm
now.
saying? So
You seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
Getting around those little obstacles and completing the mission, like that's the biggest thing for me.
I heard you. Man, this been a great episode, man. Let them know. Matter of fact, before I go into the end,
thank you.
let them know. Oh yeah, hell yeah. This is what I'm here for, man.
Like I'm on stage. And
you
shit.
feel me, man?
Yeah.
I'm on my Club Shay Shay shit,
That's
man.
what's up.
If you want to come and vent, man, you feel me? Come see me. You feel me?
That's why I'm honored to be a part of this. When I seen you had to go, I'm like, oh, I appreciate this shit because a lot of like somebody may see this and don't even know who I am.
Word,
You know
and that's how I look
even
at
in
it.
this city, like you know what I'm saying? Because I run into that a lot. Like people don't know, then they find out. Like, but then they're like, damn, I should have been hit. Blah blah blah. But I appreciate what you give an artist an outlet to come up here and just speak. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like, a lot of people just kind of judge me off of who I am online and don't really get to hear me talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's why I laid out the first question with what was online because you very active online. You feel me? So I'm gonna leave the questions out with something that's online.
But that's the thing with me. With me personally, I am who I am online. Like,
word.
I'm the same person online who you're going to meet.
Yep. And I just experienced that for myself. Yeah. And speaking of online, let them know where they can follow you
at Santino Corleon on all the digital streaming sites: Instagram, Twitter, Santino on Spotify, Santino Corleon on Apple Music. Also, if you want to find my sync music, it is Santino plus whatever song you're looking for. You just got to type it in on Apple Music. But I'm everywhere. Twitch, all that. I'm about to start my Twitch show back up. So, yeah, we out here. We are on the internet.
Hell yeah, man. That's live, man. That's what's up, man. Did you enjoy the show today?
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me, for real.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you for coming on today, man. And that is all the questions that I have today on the Brick by Brick podcast, man. If you enjoyed the show today, man, I want you to hit that like, share, and subscribe, and follow my guy everywhere. And go get that music. Apple Music, Spotify, everywhere you can get that shit, man. It's the Brick by Brick podcast. It's your boy Dion, and I'm out.
All in my bag, fresh out the bando. My nigga keep clips and be thinking he Rambo. These niggas keep hating, it don't make no difference. I use it as ammo. Humble your bitch like a camel. Yeah, I know why niggas is mad.